Okay. Okay.
113.
Walter,
Yeah.
did you see the end of the golf tournament
Yes, I did.
with the protesters?
Huh? No, I didn't see it like this. Whatever. I didn't watch it.
Okay. Scheffler is on the green, 22 under, and Kim is on the green, 21 under.
But I'm making a mess on the green. I thought they made something happened.
So as they're walking up the green, to the green, these protesters come out of the crowd. One guy jumps into the sand trap. The other throws something on the green that looks like it exploded and there was like powder, some kind of, there's about 20 cops that grab these two Michiguim. And meanwhile, Scheffler and the other, I mean, it's they could have come in with weapons. It's just ridiculous.
The whole thing's really, you see what happened.
And then the whole gallery must have been 20, 30,000 people, USA, we stand, we're not for this crap.
There was a whole thing today in Beverlywood.
Right, so the question is, did the meeting happen or they had to cancel the meeting because of all of this?
I don't think
Got a real estate meeting.
Yeah, but then they arrested some guy on the corner of Doheny and Pico, who was threatening. The guy in a Range Rover was threatening to run people over. 10 cops got. It's not good. Let's learn, because I got to be finished in 20 minutes. So, okay. Sorry, it's not good what's going on. Nothing happens to these people. They just don't care.
Okay, Kuf Yud Gimel. The Chitzacher over Mishum Bal Tixel. And remember we said, why are we choishesh that the Balabayas is going to be over Bal Tolin? Why should we choishesh that the worker is going to be over Bal Tixel? So Mar says, Hosam Trei Chazaki, Hochel Chada Chazaki. Gabi Balabayas, Ike Trei Chazaki. Chada Dein Balabayas over Mishum Bal Tolin. There's a chazaka that owners will not violate the rule of not paying their people. There's another chazaka that a worker is not going to delay requesting his payment at the end of his job. But by the worker, there's only one chazaka. Chazaka achas v'lo shtay. If there are Eidim present that he had requested his payment, then we said before, normally the worker takes a shvua and collects only if it's right at the time he is toiveya. But after that time, no. But if there were Eidim that were present when he asked initially, then he can take a shul even after time. Frank Demora, why do you need Eidim? Vakatov come on. He's Tovei in front of us. Amravasi, that we're talking about Shatovo Bismano. That means he had requested at the right time. Why aren't we concerned the Dilma Labasaraki part? Maybe the guy paid him right away. Rabaya, that Tavo Kozmano, he was requesting payment all the time. He never stopped requesting. And so how did we know they hadn't paid? You only get 1 day. 1 day after the Zman, the Chachamim give you an extra day to take a Shavua and to take your payment. Amavis Chaveiro. First made a loan, and comes the day that you're supposed to get repaid, and he doesn't repay you. Lo yimshkanenu, lo yimashkanenu, el bevezdin. You want to take collateral from him, you have to do it in Bezdin. You can't just go into his house and take it. Lo yikadas lebeso lito mashkono. He's not allowed to enter into the house to take a mashkon. Shenemar, ki saseh breacha masas muma, lo tavo beso lavot avoto, achutz tamod va'isha shatar nashabo yotzei lech zavot achutz. Hayu lo shnei kelim. If he has 2 pillows, no telachadu menechechot. He takes 1 pillow, leaves 1 pillow with him. Even if he has only 1 pillow and he takes the pillow, machzir hakar balayla, the lender has to return the pillow to the borrower at night to let him sleep. Vesamachresha bayom, if he took a plow that he uses in the daytime to plow his field with, he has to return it beyond. In Mays, if the borrower dies, ein machzir liyorshin, he doesn't have to return these items to the yorshin. Obviously, if they didn't pay. This rule that you have to return these items to the borrower at night, it's only for 30 days. After 30 days, if he hasn't paid you, you can sell these items in Beis Din and take it as payment of your loan. Amar Shmuel. Shliach Beis Din. Beis Din sent a shliach to take a mashkon from the borrower for the value of the loan. Minatech netuchi in. If the shliach runs into the borrower in the market, he can grab things from him of a mashkuni loan, but to go into his house he can't. That's the shliach Beis Din also can't. Just like the balabayas can't, the lender, the shliach Beis Din cannot either. Our Mishnah said that if a lender wants to collect the collateral, he has to get it in Beis Din. Michlal shebet Beis Din mashkina. That Beis Din could go into his house to take it. Amar l'cha Shmuel, ema lo yinatchenu el beis Din, to grab from him by force. You can only do that in Beis Din. Achalami mistavr diktoni seifa lo yikanes leveta lito meshkono. The lender cannot go into a person's house to take his collateral, money. Who we talk about? Ilay mabal choiv, the creditor, Maresha Shmamina. You already said that the malva cannot do it. Elalav, we're talking about Shliach Beis Din. And still it says he can't go in. So there's no proof. Im yishma lo irya. Because hachi kamer, amalvis chaveiro, you lend money, lo imshakeno ben Beis Din. You can only take collateral in Beis Din. So should be Beis Din, and we deduce should be Beis Din mashkina. Balchav afilu netuchein namilo. But a creditor cannot grab things from the market that we don't allow. As a gzeirish loikanis leveso lito, because you might think if you can do that, you go into his house. That the Torah says he can't. So to keep him away from a Torah prohibition, we don't allow him to grab things in the market either. Mazir Rav Yosef says, Lo yachbol rechaim varochev. Don't take collateral, something that he needs to make a living, like something that grinds wheat. Advar macherim chava. Other things you can take. It also says, Lo sachbol beged almana. Don't take the garment of a widow. But hashlachem tachbol. But if it belongs to other people, you can take. Now, who are we talking about? Man. It already says that the lender himself cannot go into the house. So who can go into the house? Elalav shliach bezdin. Seems like shliach bezdin can go. Tirgam Rav Papa, great Rav Nachman, great Rav Yosef. For Amir Rav Papa, Rav Yosef, great Rav Yosef. We are talking about the balchayv. Lo the balchayv. When the Torah prohibited the balchayv from taking certain things, that's a rule that's on top of the general rule that he can't go into the guy's house. And then if he doesn't, he takes those items, laver lo b'shnei lavim. He would be over two lavim. Like if he took a rechaim v'rachev, he would be over lo yisavil beso, and the lav of don't take the grinder. Toshma. Imashma shenever bachutz tamod. It says, don't go into his house, stand outside. The pasuk says, the person that you're trying to collect from will bring it out to you. Well, if the Torah says we stand outside, of course he has to bring it out to us. So it's not just the creditor himself, but a shliach bezdin. And my love shliach bezdin Love, just like the love himself can go in and out of his house whenever he wants. So the shliach bezdin will be the same. So the Gemara says, "Lo, shliach bezdin kemalve, who has to stay outside." Toshma, im chabol tachbol sal masreyecha, ad bo hashemesh teshivenu lo. If you take something, his garment, you have to give it back at the nightfall, like his pajama. B'shliach bezna kosu medaber. We're talking about shliach bezna. Atam shliach bezna kosu medaber. Maybe it's the creditor himself, but it says kishoymer lo savel betol avot avoto. It tells the creditor, don't go into his house to take his pillow. So it's already talking about the creditor. So those things he can't take, but other things he can take. Tanoi. So really, it's a machlokes Tana. The time. Shliach bezin shabal mashkana lo yikaris lebeis lemashkana. A shliach bezin cannot go into the house of the borrower. Elo oimid b'machutz. The shliach has to stand outside. V'alo motzi lo mashkon. The borrower has to bring the mashkon outside. Shenemar b'chutz tamod v'aish. V'tani yidich ba'al chov shabal mashkon lo yikaris lebeis lemashkana. The creditor cannot go into his house. Elo oimid b'chutz. And v'halo, the one who has to pay, nichnas umotzi mishkano. He goes into the house to bring out the mashkon. Shenemar b'chutz tamod. But shliach bezin shabal mashkon reizeh nichnas lebeitu mishkano. Shliach bezin can go into the house. He cannot take items the guy makes his living with. He also the saying mita umatzah. He has to leave a bed and pajamas la'ashir. Mita umita v'nafetz and mats la'ani. That's the person himself, he has to leave those things. But for a person's wife and his children, he can take everything. There's no choiv that the malva has to worry about them. And just like we leave certain things for his use. We don't take everything. Kach mesadrin be'erchen. If a person made an erech neder, I want to give my value to the base of Mikdash. He doesn't have the money, so they have the same dinim. You cannot take everything away from him. Certain things you leave with him. So the Gemara says, "Klape laya." The whole thing is upside down. This din of leaving him some cedars is be'erchen ksiv. It's written by Erchen. Elaema kederch shemesadrin be'erchen kach mesadrin be'balchach. Amar Mar. The noise say mitu matala ashir. You leave a bed for a wealthy man. Mitu mat. It's nothing but mats for a poor person. Why does the usher need 2 beds? For his children and his wife. Amrit. You don't have to be worried about their stuff. It's his. Party lameli. Why does he need 2 meat beds? They used to, like by Pesach night, they would lie on a divan to eat. One of these, it's like a couch. One of these is to eat on. The other is to sleep on. Kiddush Shmuel. The Amar Shmuel, who's a doctor, called Mili Yadana Society. I know how to heal everything. Lebar Mahani Tlas, except for these 3 things. Mandach Laina Marira Liba Rekana. Something we eat something bitter, a bitter date on an empty stomach, without eating something. Mandas Mitzvah de Kitne Retiva Chritza. Somebody puts a flax belt on his waist. It's wet. Somebody who eats some bread doesn't take a walk, at least arba amis. So that's why you had at least 2 beds. If you only had 1 bed and you ate, you'd fall asleep right away. This way, at least you have to walk to the other bed. Just like you leave certain things with the person who made an erech vow. We sell everything that he has. What are we talking about? That we leave him things. We don't sell him. You return things to him. Tana, corruption of Gamliel Tana. Tamei. Bachi Kamerle. We can sell even him. Do we leave him other things? That's not. We don't return him for 30 days. After that, we sell it in best. When Rosh Hashanah says we sell everything, up until 30 days, we return certain things to him. Things that he needs to make a living, we give back to him. Things that he doesn't, we sell. No. If Rabbi Shimon holds like that, everything that a person has, he needs. The whole thing. Call Yisrael b'nei Lachine. Jews are viewed as princes. And he is ready to use anything. So Rav Shimon Gamliel, we just says, you don't touch los aluf or los acharto. If mustard has not been prepared, be eaten, it's muktzah. Luf is food for ravens. Wealthy Jews would have this around so they could feed their birds. So it's not just wealthy people, because he holds all Jews are considered wealthy. Reb Shimon does not. The name Lachim Sachin Shemin Vered Al Gabi Makusayim B'Shabbos. Princes would use rose oil on their wounds for refuah. Shekain dark and losud b'chol. They would use this every day in the week. So therefore, for them it was usher on Shabbos. We treat all Jews like princes. So they're all roy to use it during the week. Roy Shav Rabbi Kiva, the Tanya. Aresha Noishin Boil of Zuz. Person owes $1,000. The Lavush it's the Labas Me'amana. And he has a $10,000 mink stole. You take it off of him, you sell it, and you give him a garment that's fit for him. The rest he pays his debt. Any Jew, you can't sell private clothing of a Jew. And all Jews can wear the most expensive clothing. So we had a havamina that we would give him back which he needs and sell that which he doesn't need. So Bishma Karva Kesses, a pillow, we can sell it because he can buy a cheaper pillow. And the difference in price they can use to pay the creditor. What kind of difference in plows? It's all the same price. He had like a plow made of silver as a decoration. That could be sold. Maskar of Chaga. V'lei let the lender say to the borrower, Lava like Karam is. I don't have to be concerned about all these things that you need. And I have to worry that you need this stuff just because I lent you money. Amalei Abaya, Ivra Karmi. Yes. Because the Torah says, Ulachati et staka. The malveh is it staka for the person, and he has a choiva to provide these things for the borrower. Okay, we'll stop here. Tonight we'll learn at 8:30. The Navish.
Tomorrow?
Tonight. And
How about
tomorrow the Daf Yomi will be 8:30.
Okay.
Okay,
Sorry.
shkoyach everybody.